Today I want to talk to you a little bit about a case I handled involving a plumber who was in his late 50s who had an accident while working down at a construction site in Brooklyn. This gentleman was up on an A-frame ladder, a ladder that was owned by his employer, when one of the leg of the ladders broke in half, causing him to fall to the ground, sustaining a very serious injury, a fracture to what is called his calcaneus, which is the heel of your foot. When this gentleman came to me, he was concerned about what his future was going to hold in terms of his ability to do his job and how he was going to feed his family during the time he was out of work. And why do I tell you about this story? Because you may have been involved in some similar type of accident. You may be a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, or some other trade that requires you to work at a height up on a ladder or scaffold, and you may have fallen from a height and sustained an injury. Let me tell you a little bit about what we did for this gentleman. Even though the ladder was owned by his employer, we determined that there were other parties who were ultimately responsible for his accident. We investigated the accident, determined those parties, proceeded the case through the litigation, and were able to obtain this gentleman a substantial recovery that took care of him and his family for the rest of their life. If you've been involved in a similar situation, working on a construction site where you've fallen, been injured, regardless of the part of your body that's been injured, call me. I handle cases like this every single day. You have questions, that's why you're watching this video. I can help you provide the answers about what you should and shouldn't do and whether or not you have a matter that should be pursued. My name is Raymond Silverman. Thank you very much for your time for listening today.